What's up everybody, Brett here, back in Kingdom Rush HD, picking up where we left off last time. We finished the ruins of Akaroth, which was quite fun. Introduced some new enemies to us, some stronger orcs, and a new boss, and we were able to knock that out. We still have the heroic and iron challenges that we can do, and I think we did the iron mode on Forsaken Valley. We couldn't quite get there on the Dark Tower. I tried it once more in my free time, and I didn't get it then either. I got much closer, but I was busy, and I didn't have more than 20 minutes to devote to doing that. But I don't think we're gonna try for that on camera today. We have so many more unique things that we can do, and the hero that I wanted to showcase today more than anyone is Thor. So we still have Hacksaw and Thor left to check out. And I've never used either of them, but I think today I want to do Glacial Heights, and I somewhat remember this level. I don't know if there's more to it. It looks like it might be a two-part little mini campaign, so I think it's kind of fitting to have Thor fight on an ice map. So let's go ahead and check out his bio. Thunder made flesh. This gigantic demigod wields a warhammer enchanted with the power of lightning and thunder. He is the son of the storm god and a trusted friend of King Dinas. So special abilities are Mjolnir and Thunderclap. Assuming this is some sort of AoE, and maybe he does some sort of chain lightning. He has no ranged ability, which we need to keep in mind. He's not super fast, but he's very tanky and he hits very hard. So let's see how that translates here. And Glacial Heights, I'm going to go ahead and read this campaign blurb for you guys. Pack your winter gear, troops. We're heading to the Glacial Heights. The locals have reported some disturbances, and our king commands we march upon the heights to investigate these reports. Watch out, because the heights have become the icy tomb of many an unprepared explorer. So I do remember that this ice here is a mechanic unique to these levels, and it allows... Well, you know what? I'm going to let you guys see it as I, oh lord. Yeah, as I play, I'm going to let you guys see what it does. And this is certainly... Can we chip this away, or do we have to fireball it? Nope. And we got an achievement. Scrat's meal, and then the ice falls on, of course. That's a little Ice Age humor. And Thor is looking jacked and tan, as usual. So we have one way out, which is good for us, but lots of ways in. We have this cave here, here, cave. So is that 5 ways in? That is a lot. This is quite the crucial looking position here, and I think that's going to be where we place some sort of Tesla. And because I already know what this mechanic does, it's got me a little bit worried about my placements. Let's see, wolves and wargs and trolls. So I think trolls are going to be the predominant enemy here. See what the range is on the barracks there. So I'm looking to stop the enemies before they get to the ice, if possible. And trolls regenerate and don't have armor. All these things are worth taking into account as we try and figure out how we want to best deal with them. I think we can get a mage tower here, as well as perhaps an archer tower here, and a barracks here. And we'll do our best to keep them at this point. For now though, because they're only coming from this direction, let's bring them here, and then we can move them down as both entrances become a threat. You can tell I haven't done this in a while because I'm not just straight away placing my towers. I know that I want this to be a Tesla, but I don't want to waste gold here early on if I can help it. placing the archer tower here, because maybe if I make it into a musket tower, I'll be able to kind of tap some of these further down areas. And these are going to be quite important, I feel, for hitting multiple lanes. I'm thinking that I want this to be a barracks. You know what, this is going to be important no matter what. Let's upgrade that. And we'll just upgrade these and see how that works. We can always start over if we leak early. It's not a big deal. And we want Thor to be in there because we need him to level. And we'll see what the next wave brings, because that'll greatly determine how we proceed here. Let's get some slightly more resilient fighters. Thor's up to level 3. Should be getting his ability soon, and there we go. I saw some chain lightning. We can call early for 26 extra gold. Seems good. Now these wards are magic resistant, which is worth noting. And I think I'm going to place these guys right on the edge of the ice. And I really wish there was another placement for us. So I've seen his chain lightning, Mjolnir I'm guessing that is, and then Thunderclap looks like he just does a really heavy hit with his hammer. Yeah, some kind of AoE. So yeah, there we go, 22 more gold, which is excellent. And we're able to stack up a ton of Legionnaires. So we can rush one of these higher tier towers. Maybe look to get lots of teleport going. And there's some flying. And that guy's going to come out through there. We'll see which way he goes. But we want to call early. We don't want to miss out on the gold. I think this is an okay place for something like a ranger tower. If we're going to do that though, we need to upgrade it quickly. But having the upgrade that allows our archer towers to do double damage sometimes is quite solid against hordes of lower tier flyers. We'll occasionally get lucky, get a one-shot. And I think we can call early here, make a little extra gold. So here we're going to get our first new enemy, and it's a troll. Troll Pathfinder. Elite troll warriors that become unblockable while standing on ice. Unblockable on ice, health regeneration, average speed. So they're just kind of normal dudes until they get to this ice here. And they do a lot of damage, surprisingly. 30 to 70 is no joke. But, yeah, they're going to get to this ice with their little sleds, and then they just zoom past all your defenders. Upgrading the Musketeer doesn't do much for us. We're still going to get that same AoE. And let's bring Thor here. We do not want them to get to the ice. It's also kind of another good reason to upgrade this here. Let's just go ahead and nuke. Call early. Summon more guys. And we can quite comfortably place a barracks here. And do our best to keep them off of the ice. We do want Thor wherever these guys are. Oh, unfortunately, it looks like they're gonna make it to that area. We're doing okay. We're fine. The regular trolls don't get that bonus. And I don't think we need to be that afraid. As long as we have Legionnaires. Just stop them there. Call early. And we should have what we need to stop them. Unfortunately, these trolls are a problem. We don't have the range to kill them before they're able to take out our barracks. So we might need to reconsider that. Let's get some fire down. And we'll hold off on these placements here. It's going to be very important for us to see who's coming where. Wow, that's quite powerful. And it's a stun. Okay, so we got to see that kind of on its own there. So let's place some of these. Once again, right before the ice. And we can nuke this. Hoping to get some better placements. And Thor's up there doing work. It would almost certainly be stronger if he was, in fact, a ranged hero. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And let's get some poison. Just landing one poison hit on these enemies is going to be solid for us. Yeah, let's nuke that. We don't need all that ridiculousness. And we're going to get the Tesla as soon as we are able. Not worried about these wargs. So here we go. Here's our first troll chieftain. And we may want to get another musketeer, or even maybe an arcane if it reaches. But sniper shot might be where we want to be. Let's use this as soon as possible. Hopefully kill a few of these guys. In the hopes that we can call early. Another new enemy, so a troll breaker. Armored combat trained trolls that can tear through even the most sophisticated of defenses. Very high damage, superb regeneration, and low speed. And I think I remember these guys. And they're who you want the sharpshooter and the death rays and all that stuff for. Let's get that going. We're going to look to get another sharpshooter as soon as possible. Fortunately, Thor just got crushed by these guys who do have very high damage. And we want this death ray if we can get it. We don't want them to regen. Thor leveled, which is great. One of these guys made it through, and we have to assume he's going to have a huge amount of regen having taken place. So Thor's, with his medium armor, he's able to tank just enough. So he didn't regen while he was in the cave. That's excellent. Yeah, that's beautiful. And we can get some knights here. They'll stand up much better against these guys. But we do not want to let any of them get through. That may have been a bit premature, but we don't need to risk it. Let's get it off cooldown. Toxicity is an achievement we just unlocked. It's pretty cool. So troll chieftains are incoming. And the cooldown from this is what's reduced, which could be huge. And these guys are the problem here, the axe throwers. So we're just gonna nuke them. And we can upgrade the heck out of this. And once the success chance is 60% on 2 of these towers, we should be able to do the damage. You see there it said headshot. And I'm not too worried about calling him early. Thor's already level 7, nearly level 8. His damage is solid, and I like his stuns. Oh, and their death ray went. Beautiful. Let's get teleport as well. And we don't want these champions to wreck us with their axes, so let's take them out. Teleport there is doing work. Teleporting really high value targets like that is excellent. Yeah, just keep sending them back. Beautiful. And since sled guys don't seem to be coming from this, oh, they are now. Okay, so we're gonna want to keep them back next time. Yeah, I think we were on to something with the inclusion of the one-shot abilities. Call them a little bit early. Give them a little help. Oh, and they're making these guys faster. So yeah, that's definitely where we're going to put our resources here, the Rain of Fire. Thor with a couple guys should be able to hold them off. Let's make them knights. Just don't want them to get through. And they're getting through. Upgrade to Paladin so we quickly get another set. And we can upgrade this group here. I think we're doing fine. I don't know if I want to call early right away, but we seem to be doing fine. Hopefully they don't go this way. I may want to sell this and get another arcane wizard. And we want the AoE damage on the paladins. If we're going to upgrade them, we want to at least get the first of the upgrades. Thor's doing a great job holding it down on this side. Drop the fire. All their high tier units are clumped up. And let's give our paladins high armor. Arcane Wizard and Teleport could be fine, as well as Death Ray. That's what I'm looking at. And we want to play this back just enough so that this tower is also able to fire. Bit of a mistake there. Let's hold them back. Hope for some good death rays. And we desperately need our fire here. No, let's not leak. Let's get Thor in on this. And we need as much help as possible back here. There we go. Death rays all day. Just need a little more gold. There we go. And we're gonna get some paladins to stop these guys. Hopefully long enough to allow our one-shots to start taking place. This also would have been another good spot for a musketeer, or even more sharpshooting. Let's check out Thor level 10. So he does have high armor, very high hit points, and very good damage. Gotta love his ability to stun as well. I don't know if his special abilities hit the air. That would be worth knowing. But we made it, all 16 waves, and we ended it with just a ton of gold. So we could have upgraded a lot of stuff. So good deal. 3 more stars for us. And we unlock another level. Let's go into our upgrades, because remember, we still don't even have all the upgrades. These would have been quite good for this map. And let's get the slow curse. And another new map. We could continue that on with Thor. I think in the next video I'm going to do these undead themed maps. They're super fun. But for this one, we can check out the heroic and iron mode challenges. No rangers, no wizards, so just lots of bombards and barracks. Interesting. Okay, let's try the Hakraj Plateau. So, we know the northern disturbances were caused by Uluguk High, the troll warlord. If we don't stop him, his forces will descend from the north and menace the good citizens of Lineria. Prepare to fight the amassed ferocity of the Hakraj Nation and face their vicious leader in his home turf. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so already more complicated. I think this is something. Finding these little frozen pine cones. Yeah, we got an achievement. Plants versus trolls. Okay. Nice. Alright. On to the map. This is... oh god, I didn't even notice this. Okay, so it's 3 exits for us. That is rough. I'm going to have to take a second to plan this, because they're going to be coming from all 3 directions. There's ice here. This is one solid corridor of ice. So I have to imagine that the Pathfinders, I think they were called, are going to want to come down this way. Even shows like broken sleds and stuff near the entrance. That might actually be some sort of clue. But for now, we only have wolves and trolls coming in one direction. So that's fine. We'll use this outside position that probably can't reach here to be our barracks. Right in front of the ice. Trying to find some tower options for us that will give us maximum effectiveness, maximum coverage. Instead of placing maybe a tower here that really only covers this one lane, I'm looking to place towers perhaps here that can cover this lane and this one. Or even here, which will cover all of it. So obviously these are great positions for Dwarven Bombards. And then we can reinforce perhaps here or here. This is, to me, is screaming out to be a barracks on this position. This one as well. So we'll see. We'll see. We have another 900 gold to go. We can place an archer tower here. Perhaps have this be a ranger tower. And we're going to upgrade that at least once. And we should probably upgrade that at least once as well. Let's hold off. Hold off on that. This may not even be a bad place to do something like the old Paladin Berserker combo. But this might also be an excellent place to get a Musketeer tower. Which is what I am thinking.
Get some.
So a mage tower here might be effective. A sorcerer's tower, giving us a golem here and applying the negative armor debuff. Sounds good. And I think we can hold off on spending anything else. We can hold on to this 114. Yeah, let's try this.
Reinforce.
Placing our legionnaires slightly back to make use of their spear throwing abilities. And we'll see where the next wave's coming from, and we'll look to compensate based on that. Got to get Thor in there. And you'll see the slight slow effect also that the Adept Tower is now having. So that was part of our upgrades. That'll be very solid. Ooh. That sucks. Let's very quickly figure out what we want to do here. Let's place this as far forward as possible. And we don't have a lot of good options. We don't know where they're going to go. So these little snowy patches do slow them. So that's worth knowing. And fortunately for us, it only sent one of these guys. And if we can catch them, okay. So that's really good to know. Boy, do we need some help here. Okay, that changes everything. These snowy patches. Let's get Thor in here. Do something like that. I think we'll be fine. So it's sending us more Troll Pathfinders. And for the moment, we can send these guys here. And back them up that way. Should be solid. Keep them on the snowy patch. Man, that's terrible. I don't like that. I'm going to instantly get rid of that. And we're leaking, unfortunately. Yeah, had I known these snowy patches were going to slow down the Pathfinders, I certainly would have planned this differently. Let's just make sure he dies. And you know what, it also might be worth bringing the Ice Sorceress to this map as well. Just do that. Alright, let's try and do better. No more leaks. To get kind of optimal use out of our barracks, we're going to have to move them a lot. Which is not really how we've been using them. And we do need to start getting some more powerful towers. So here now we need to move this. And whenever we're not threatened in this area, we need to move this over here as well. Upgrade that just so it can actually do a little damage. Give Thor some backup. We really want to keep them on the snow. Call early. They're already sending these heavy guys at us, the breakers. Looks like our back line will hold. Fortunately, Thor just went down. Yeah, these breakers backed up by these champions are quite strong. We should be able to get him. We have some of our more powerful towers down here. But we do want to get a Tesla online at some point. We can tweak this a little, bring it back further. Yeah, Thor's just getting messed up. Clear some of these trolls out. And we were going to make this a golem, but seeing that that's where they want to send some of the breakers worries me, and we need some one-shot kill stuff going on. Call a little early, get that extra gold. And I don't think they're sending anyone through there, so we can move our barracks to reinforce. And this is one of the types of levels where having the Tesla comes in handy. This is going to be a musketeer garrison as well. And I think what this wave is doing is just checking to see if we built any kind of dwarven bombard, or if we're relying on some other type of tower to win this for us. So, big boy trolls coming up top. And I think we're going to put all of our resources on the top here and look to quickly clear this out. Because we're killing them. Just quickly kill these guys. Let's stall them here. And now we bring him down to try and help us with these. We don't want him to die though. That was pretty close. He's about to level. And this was always meant to be a musketeer for more one-shot killing. Let's give Thor some more backup. Now we're just going to cast this, hoping to get some good fire placements. And it looks like we did. Now the AoE on this is always going to hit here. And that's why I placed it in that spot in particular. Call these guys back. We do want an elemental perhaps here. Let's get our musketeer garrison upgraded. And I think it's safe to call early at this point and start getting these sharpshooters that we desperately need. The sniper shot is the name of the upgrade. And we want to move that if it's not going to do anything there. And we're making... God dang it. Unclick. Okay. We'll double upgrade that. And we will look to get another arcane tower here. Arcane wizard. Thor got by these champions and their ridiculous damage. But he resurrects just in time. Not sure if I want to call these guys early. Spend the gold we have. Polymorph would also be strong. Let's clear these guys out before they kill Thor. And we can even add another front line of defense there. Beef it up. Might be time just to go ahead and get some paladins. Make sure we're making full use of our hero. Having Thor sit idle is bad. But we really want these death rays. Let's see how good of a stack we can get. Not too good, but it'll at least do some damage to the wargs and these winter wolves as they run by. And we certainly want to be making use of these guys. No idle troops if we can help it. And we'll get another Tesla. Of course, we have a ton of gold. Polymorph is almost certainly worth it. Bring these guys back. Thor's doing okay, but he's getting killed by these dang champions. We need to be mindful of that. And we want teleports. And let's get some more paladins. He dies again, but we get Death Ray. We got an achievement unlocked, Just to Dusk. Let's get a Polymorph. We can get even more sniper shot upgrades. We're on wave 15, we're almost there. Oh god, we got a boss. Okay. Uluguk High, 10,000 HP, he does a lot of damage, but he doesn't have any armor. This is a good time to get poison arrows. He's almost certainly going to one-shot our defenders. So let's not count on that to save us. And we're definitely not going to be able to... He has a shield up, which I'm not sure what that means. Maybe we can only damage him when he's engaged in melee. That seems to be what his deal is. So let's do that. Constantly be throwing guys in front of him. So Thor is quite strong. He seems to be able to take a lot of hits from this guy with his higher armor. Make sure we're getting our upgrades here. Yeah, Thor might be the perfect hero to fight this guy. And he dies, but he put up quite a fight. And we've almost got him down. So Thor's ridiculously tankiness has allowed us to do a lot of damage to this troll. I would imagine he also probably regens. Thor comes back and just drops the hammer on him. literally. It's pretty sweet. So we leaked a little bit. I don't know if we'll still get 3 stars on this. But I figured it was a winning run regardless. I didn't want to just start over at the beginning. That seems kind of lame. So I think this is it. And we have a lot of gold. You know, if we were worried about leaking, we would just jump around and make our paladins stronger. But I think we're fine here. Get a really tanky elemental. We're just on cleanup duty. They definitely expected us not to be able to pin him here with double paladins and then kill him. That is for sure. But we did it. Don't feed the troll, another achievement unlocked. And only 2 stars, that hurts a little bit. Because I think our leaks were somewhat avoidable. But that's enough stars for us to unlock our last upgrade, Smart Targeting. So, no more damage reduction. The first shot will do just as much as the last when it comes to the chain lightning, and the splash damage will be equal to the initial target damage. For those of you who aren't familiar with like tower defenses, splash damage is usually diminishing the further away from the center impact that you get. So reducing that is solid. So everyone should take maximum damage from every shot. So we did that. We knocked out the mini campaign. I'm not going to make anybody sit through and watch me do that again just for the 3rd star. Although just for my own gratification, I'll almost certainly go back after this and unlock that 3rd star. So what can we do that would be a little different? So, okay. Let us jump. I think this is a 3-part little mini campaign here, so we can go ahead. I have time. We can try out Hacksaw. Yeah, let's select Hacksaw, and I'll read his bio real quick. For a gnomish inventor, giant oak trees or colossal foes make no difference. Riding his mechanical marvel contraption, he can shred anything in his path. Gangway, gnome behind the wheel. So his special abilities are Flying Saw Blade and Timber. Okay. So his movement is super slow. His health is really high, and his damage seems great. So we're going to want to park him somewhere and just not move him. Just let him tank and do damage. Glad to get the final upgrade here because this is kind of an undead theme, which means zombies. So let's knock out the first level here, which is Rotwick. And I can read the campaign bio for you. It says, General, our kingdom is in peril once again. King Benesti of neighboring Neroma was on his way here for the great tournament of the kingdoms, but he was captured at Mournful Valley. His people would never forgive us. If something happened to the elderly sovereign, it could lead to war between our 2 realms. The fastest route to the valley is, I'm afraid, the royal roadway through the infamous Rotwick. So awesome. And you'll see here the art changes. All these little zombies laying on the ground. I love the feel of this game, the atmosphere. So it's showing us all of these positions where they're going to be coming from. Luckily, we only have to defend this back spot here. And Hacksaw looks awesome. He starts with medium armor already. And a pretty decent HP pool. His damage is a little RNG. But we'll see how that plays out. And these open up. I wonder if anything pops out. I don't remember. Maybe not. Oh. Cowabunga. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference. Check. Okay, cool. Okay, so how do we want to build this? Who are our enemies? skeleton warriors and skeletons. Skeleton warriors and skeletons. So tons of AoE is going to be necessary here. I like a dwarven bombard there. The Tesla towers are going to be our best friends because they're going to allow us to hit air and do passive damage as well as the chain lightning. But as I've kind of shown you in some of these other maps, the game really punishes you for trying to go too hard with one tower. The Tesla tower might be the only one that you can get away with it, but maps like the last one we did were there to show you the necessity of having one-shot capabilities against very strong opponents. Those breakers, for instance, having death rays and sniper shots against them was really crucial for us winning. And pretty sure there's going to be some very powerful single target new units coming at us. But this is just too strong of a... These are all extremely powerful positions for the bombards. And I don't think I'm going to pass those up. Maybe make a barracks here to hold this position. And we can make a barracks here to place there. And unless the game summons dudes behind us, which I don't think this map does, there are some that do, we should be fine. And which one do we feel like is our strongest? These are both super powerful positions. This one is great, but it is kind of behind the line, so to speak. We just want to pick one to upgrade. And I think I'm going to upgrade this one and look to get ourselves a Tesla as soon as possible. And we can send him out ahead of our front lines. It's just a little miserable because his range is so slow. But crushing some of these guys before they get to our front lines will make it that much easier for us to hold back here. And we can nuke them as well. Get that off a cooldown. Do some damage. We really want Hacksaw to level up. And we don't want the maximum number. The way we lose this is by getting overwhelmed by skeletons. And unfortunately right now our front line is just too weak. They just instantly die to even these little terrible guys. So we need them to at least be strong enough to stand up to that. So zombies coming from this church up here. Yeah, we really need to get a Tesla online. Even says Cowabunga. Yeah, let's get him in the fight. Summon early, call more guys. And we have a new enemy, and that is the zombie. Reanimated mindless corpses of innocent victims. Brains are all they crave. So they're just slow. They don't do a lot of damage, but they do have decent HP. Compared to something like a goblin, which we saw early game, they're actually much stronger. They have 300 HP, no armor, and they do some damage. And let's give ourselves another buffer here, and we'll upgrade it. And this would be where having a ranged hero would be very powerful, because we could sit them here and hit both of these lanes instead of having to move this very slow guy. So he's leveling. We're seeing some of his abilities here. One's called Timber, which we're just kind of left to imagine what that does. And I don't quite want to Rain of Fire. I want to give him a chance to start leveling. Giant Rats, that would be another new enemy for us, and I'm tempted to call early here, purely for the gold. And let's see, Giant Rats. Vicious rodents with razor-sharp teeth that can tear through almost anything. So they're fast, they spread disease, and they spawn from trash. Huh. So we need to look around for like trash piles maybe, and hope they don't come from those directions. But boy, do we really need to get to a Tesla tower ASAP. And here we can rain a fire before they're able to send lots of rats at us. And let's look at their stats. They do more damage, but they only have 100 HP. I don't quite remember what they mean by the plague. So on hit, they apply a dot on hit to our soldiers. So not even letting them touch us seems to be a good strategy. These two are almost certainly going to be Teslas. Let's get him in the fight. Make sure he's always got a target. That was a big drill. Not sure if that has any kind of AoE effects. But he's taking a ton of damage from that plague. Let's get him the heck out of there. And we can call early once again. So Tesla is now online. And we're going to be looking to upgrade that very quickly. Okay, so they sent guys behind our front lines. Not cool. So now I wish this was the Tesla, because I'd be able to upgrade it with its overcharge and we would be safe. But as it is, I can't do that. At least we did have the foresight to place a barracks back here. But we desperately need to upgrade here. Oh my god, I just accidentally sold my tower. Okay, that's going to be a restart. We're going to restart that. And now armed with our new knowledge. That was terrible. Okay. So we know we're going to need these guys at some point. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. That sucked. Was looking to upgrade there and I accidentally clicked the wrong thing, as you saw. But understanding the placement a bit better, we can do something like that. And let's call these guys as soon as possible. We don't need to prolong this. Unless you really enjoy watching me chop up zombies. Which, I don't know, you might. It's kind of cathartic. That was Master Splinter. I didn't get to see him last time. Comes out and he grabs the pizza. It's hilarious. But having this become the Tesla Tower sooner will mean we're much safer from these zombies. And these positions are very, very equal in strength. And as they meet up, we can go ahead and drop a fire. And a lot of tower defense games, there's also a fast forward option. And I don't think there is here. Hacksaw is almost level 4. That's good for us. Let's call the next wave early. Get that gold. Still think this was solid. And getting these upgrades I think is also necessary. Looking around to see if there's anything else on this map we can mess with. They hide so much stuff. There's a lot of Halloween themed, horror movie themed stuff in these maps, if I remember correctly. Let me just rain a fire this. Hacksaw is level 5 already, which is quite good. Put our Legionnaires in this nice little pocket we've made, so they can just always be throwing. We could summon some rats summon more guys. By the time they get here, we'll have even more, and our Rain of Fire is off cooldown, which is great. And we're at tier 3, and let's drop the fire. Need that Tesla. I didn't mark what, wow, I got a little voice crack there. Did not mark what wave the skeletons start coming behind our lines are, but it's worth noting for future maps that these piles of skeletons do mean that they do come from that. And they will spawn from there, so it's worth noting. And the way to stop these rats is certainly not with lots of low-tier footmen, or melee heroes for that matter. I gotta say, I was very impressed with the Ice Sorceress and what she was able to do for us on that one map. She does a lot of damage, and her AoE also is very effective, and the cooldowns on it seem to be quite low. So here we go, we got this just in time, but because they're spawning behind our back lines, this tower is almost certainly just going to be prioritizing them. So we need to get the overcharge in order to make it effective in this AoE, and that's what we're going to do. Make sure to get our abilities. And we can place our hero there. This would also be another good area for Ingvar, the bear Viking guy. His ancestral summons seem to be very effective at holding down, you know, this kind of like slow and steady wave. And we could just Rain of Fire here. That might have been a bit unnecessary, but it didn't feel terrible. And while I do favor the Tesla over the Big Bertha, Big Bertha's fine. It lays down kind of like a napalm on the field, as well as doing missile attack, which can also sometimes hit air. But against mass zombies, I do favor the Tesla. And we're going to look to get another one here in this position. So zombies spawn out of these zombie pits, and I see 2 so far. Hopefully not in this area. And skeletons spawn from the piles of skeletons. So I had a feeling when I was looking at them, I kind of remembered that there was some sort of mechanic there. Gotta get him upgraded as soon as possible before any kind of big guys start showing up. And let's not be afraid to use our Rain of Fire when they do converge. Paladins probably would also be quite effective in these positions. Getting their Retribution, I think it's called, and just having them do just tons of AoE is also not bad. So level 6, we're still rocking medium armor. The damage hasn't gone up a ton, and the health has gone up a bit. Call early, get that gold. Try and hurry up and get these Teslas. It also might be worth upgrading these guys just for the ability to hit these 2 spawn points. But we can always reinforce here as well as place Hacksaw there if we think that's going to happen. So he does some sort of ricochet ability, which is very strong. I think that's the Saw Blade. Not quite sure what it was called. It sounds right though. I'm assuming Timber is when he does some sort of larger single target damage attack. And we're looking good there. Let's upgrade this before we get the overcharge, because this tower is able to help us in the fight down there. What do we got? Zombies? Or Skeleton Warrior zombies. So still low tier. We're at wave 7. At some point it may become prudent to think about single target damage simply because they may send some sort of large units our way, and all we'll have are these Tesla towers, which may not be able to handle them. And this may also be a decent position to put Big Bertha, just to not diminish the range. Make sure we can hit units as they spawn from here. So almost 7 on Hacksaw. I'm expecting him to go up to high armor. Yeah, there he goes. So that was a solid guess. Yeah, him starting off with medium armor is huge. He'll be able to tank for us when the time comes. So more zombies, giant rats, and skeletons. Okay. So Big Bertha is online. And once these are fully upgraded, they'll be able to clear these hordes quite well, and we'll be able to focus on whatever single target damage we do need. Unfortunately, we picked a super high armored hero to come to a map where the giant rats make his armor somewhat useless. So it's a bit rough for us. And you'll see, oh man, I almost said it again. You'll see we're prioritizing, what's the name of this ability? Overdrive, I think it's called, as opposed to increasing the number of bolts of units hit by every shot. But we'll get to that eventually, but for right now, let's at least get the tier 1 upgrades on Big Bertha. Almost there. And there we go. Zombies, 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 and zombies. Okay, we'll call them early. Oh wow, and it's spawning them there as well. We could place another Tesla tower here. Make sure a Hacksaw's in the fight. Yeah, Teslas seem to certainly be the way to go. If it gets to be too much, we can look to rain fire on them. But our passive AoE damage from these two is just so high. And you'll see the damage on Big Bertha is solid, 55 to 110. And now that splash damage isn't mitigated. Every time it hits one little zombie, it should do its full huge damage to everyone in the area. So were-rats. New enemy for us. Okay, driven by hunger and hate, these vile creatures revel and rot and decay. Fast speed, low armor spread, deadly disease. So perhaps just a stronger version of the rats. And we'll get a Tesla here. So we're still seeing new enemies. And I like that this tower is also able to hit these two zombie spawn points. Ratatouille is another achievement we just unlocked. I guess we've killed a certain number of rats. And we're doing fine. I'm thinking about getting us some mage towers here. And just more rats. Constantly keeping my eye on these skeleton positions.
Reinforce!
The last thing I want to do is get wrecked because I ignored the fact that the enemy could spawn back here. So kind of to that end.
Like a chop.
Let me check them out. They have low armor, so armor is a factor for them. The mage towers will do fine, and they'll also act to slow them. Once they're upgraded, I'm not sure golems, or the elementals rather, are the right call. They'll just get destroyed by the plague damage on these guys. So if we're gonna suspect that there might be some stronger single target entities coming our way, we can get the arcane towers for their powerful single target damage, their slow ability, and their ability to upgrade to either teleport or death rays. What have we got? Wargs. So just tons more AoE. And I feel like they're going to try and sneak some skeletons back here, so let's put them some reinforcements there. We can afford to spend a little bit to upgrade our front line. Make them just a bit more resilient. Check out Hacksaw, he's doing good. So they didn't try to sneak skeletons past us, which is nice. And if we were to upgrade all of the supercharged bolts, we would be in excellent shape. We have a lot of gold. I think we just go ahead and get one of these supercharged bolts on each. That seems fine. More zombies, more skeletons. Call that early, no big deal. And they did put them behind us. Let's get Hacksaw down here to help. Don't want to leak to that. Tons of gold. Could just place another Tesla tower here. Or even a Big Bertha. So they're really, at this point, they're not even getting to our front lines. Thanks to this. Let's get some paladins. And if we're going to get paladins, we want Holy Strike, because we're only getting them for the area damage that they're able to do. Berserkers would also be very good with their whirlwind ability. That's worth thinking about. They're able to handle AoE quite well as well as the paladins. But we seem to have this on lock. I don't know if it's going to get any harder, or if we're going to see another new enemy at this point. But certainly in the next map in this mini campaign. And I'm going to leave it off after this. We've gone over an hour. It's a nice long episode for you guys. So much gold. We can just upgrade that. We can get some barbarians. Give them their whirlwind. So Hacksaws, we didn't quite get him to level 10. I don't think we will before this ends. So we're not getting to see his like maximum power, but I'm assuming he'll have like 600 HP, over 40 max damage, and just high armor. And his abilities are strong. I think if you just rock Rocketeer, new achievement, but I think if your strategy is just to park him in place and never move him, he's solid for that. He's not terrible in this map, for sure. Upgrade these. Any new monsters coming our way? Nope. So let's go ahead and get some more protection. And just for the sake of doing something different. Help hold down the top there. And they even gave us another good position. For that. And this would be another good place. This would be an excellent place to put barbarians. As they run by here, they'll throw their axes. And they're also just good in melee themselves. So. And we can rain some fire down here. No reason to even have the possibility of leaking. And if we're going to put barbarians in this position, we want them to have throwing axes. We'd probably look to get teleportation next. And throwing axes on these guys as well. Make sure we're reinforcing back here. Get some more barbarians. It's a known fact that barbarians enjoy fighting zombies. I think we've all seen that movie. Alright, so level 1 done. And Ancient Necropolis is the next map. Ooh, I kind of remember this one. This one has some unique mechanics that should be fun. But before I forget, let's switch back to Alora Wintersong. She's someone I really enjoyed using. And I think we're going to look to make use of her in the next map. Unfortunately, we have reached the end of our upgrade chains. So the stars we get at this point are purely cosmetic, I guess, just for our satisfaction. So alright guys, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you are first time watching this channel, and I can guarantee you that I will comment back. And that's it guys, without any further ado, I'll see you in the next one.